Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Snowboard Pro Camp live chat.
What's up, everybody?
Here with TJ, and we just got down from the mountain opening day over at Whistler. So had a good day of riding, but we're gonna be on here for the next hour or so to answer all your snowboard questions. So definitely hit us up with anything that's on your guys' mind. I know that a lot of people are getting their snowboard gear lists ready for the season. So if you have any snowboard gear questions, hit us up or anything. If you've had your first day of riding, or if you have your first day of riding coming up, and, and you have any beginner questions, definitely hit us up as well. Or if you're looking to progress your riding, yeah, let us know. But yeah, TJ, how was the first day up there?
It was fun, man. Yeah, I threw it back and I rode my old Forum snowboard, so that was fun. Getting back out on some older tech and just I feel
Nice.
like honestly, just like the overall like vibe in the village on the hill.
Yeah.
At least for me, like it's gone up huge. Yeah, it's awesome that the lifts are open. It was good.
Yeah, everyone's definitely back in snowboard mode. A lot of people are here for the American Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving to everyone down in the States.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
And yeah, we should. Yeah, this is going to be a good weekend. So opening weekend here at Whistler, and yeah, if you guys want to support the channel as well, an awesome way to do it is to use that super chat button, and then that's a great way to get your question highlighted, support the channel, become a sponsor, and we'll definitely get to those questions. But starting off, let's go and see who's on here, give some people some shout outs, and get to the first question.
Yeah.
So we got El Stacker on here saying happy Thanksgiving, man. Brandon says he wants to come to Whistler really bad. Yeah, man, you have to make it out here. Jack says he's going to Japan, and Tommy's going to Keystone in a couple weeks.
Nice.
Awesome. All right, tons of people checking in. Yeah, let us know where you guys are watching from as well. We got Carrie Pierce on here from Australia. Thanks for tuning in, Carrie. Kara says, any tips on cleaning snowboarding goggles? TJ, what do you use to clean your goggles?
Yeah, so I usually just use the soft case that the goggles come. Most goggles come with a soft case. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll just like fog them up with your breath and then just wipe them like that, or even maybe not even do that and just wipe them down.
Yeah, you could get even a little bit of water or something. Would that be okay?
I think honestly I've heard mixed things, like varying from brand to brand, and Oakley is one of the brands that people say you shouldn't get it wet and wipe the lens, but I haven't had any issues with that with the Oakleys. Have you with the line miners in the past?
No, and especially like when you're snowboarding, it's like you're constantly getting snow and like wet stuff on your goggles anyway, and so
Yeah, it's like inevitable.
it's inevitable that you're gonna get them. Yeah, just get that soft. Like, I don't want to call it a rag, that soft case that your goggles come in, and give them a smooth wipe with that.
Like a microfiber cloth or something.
But yes, I saw a Whistler question in there too. Morgan West says, how is the snow on Whistler?
What's up, Morgan?
Hey, Morgan. Yeah, it was man-made snow, so it was kind of like a mix of like firm, icy stuff with like some mixed in like man-made snow. It was pretty treacherous up there.
It was, yeah, the combination of the snow with how busy it was up there definitely made it a little treacherous. And yeah, I found it was like that type of snow where there's like, when there's so much traffic, you get some sheets of ice where it's high traffic, and then you get the pockets where there's like almost deep granular type snow.
Yeah.
So it was a mix of that.
And we got Drew Weisner with the first super chat. Thanks for the support, Drew. He says, do you prefer stiff or softer bindings for POW riding? Bless you.
Thank you.
Hashtag white room. So I think for me, so today I was actually riding my LibTech Orca, so the board I would ride in POW, and I was riding it with the now Drive bindings, which are pretty stiff. So I'd recommend stiffer bindings for riding POW, because like with that kind of riding, you want that support and stability and like that instant feedback too that you put on your board. So I think a stiffer binding is better. Like you can imagine like just riding down a groomer is like pretty mellow really compared to like riding through, say, like high speed through powder, and like putting like a lot of pressure and torque on your board, which is just a stiffer binding is really going to help you. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree, man. Because I find in powder, you know, especially when it's a really good day, my go-to is to get into the trees, and you want those quick, responsive turns, swiveling in between those obstacles. So, yeah, I would lean towards a more responsive binding.
Do you have POW bindings or like all mountain bindings?
Right now, my main, like, I just have the Stratas I'm running, the 2020 Strata, and I'm looking at maybe picking up a pair of Atlases again. I didn't ride them last season, but the season before, I rode the Atlas a lot, and I really, really liked them. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
stiffer's better. Like if you're, especially say if you're landing drops on your powder board too, it's like you want that stiffness to give you to like hold you up on your board.
yeah, for sure, get that support.
And like for example too, when you have like a stiffer like bigger board, like for me riding the Orca, it's like it is very stable. And if I had like a soft binding on there, it's like you wouldn't get the full performance out of the board. Whereas like you can get away with a soft binding on a soft board because the board is just going to move and flex and torque so much easier. You don't have to put as much effort into it. So
For sure.
yeah. But yeah, great questions.
Yeah, shout out Bruce Lee. Happy Turkey Day.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, and to Kazayak123 as well. Happy Thanksgiving. All right. Tristan, Kevin, are you left-handed or just ride switch? So I ride goofy and I'm right-handed. Yeah, what about you?
Yeah, I'm also right-handed and I ride regular, so I don't think that has anything to do with it. You'd think it would, but
Yeah, but do you skate goofy?
no,
Okay,
no.
interesting.
And then one of my best friends, Jason, is left-handed and he rides regular. So
Oh.
it's like I've seen all kinds of variations.
Yeah, I don't think it's really connected left hand, right hand with snowboard stance. Just run, slide in the snow, and whatever feels more natural. I remember when I was a kid, and I would like slide down. We had this like big like concrete hill at my school, and it would just become a huge sheet of ice, and we would run and slide down it. I would always go right foot first. So
Oh,
that's I
okay.
think how I knew for snowboarding.
Nice.
How'd you know for snowboarding? Was there anything you did sliding wise?
I remember when I was first starting, we did like the typical tests where like you'd have a buddy walk up behind you, or like you wouldn't know he was behind you and like get pushed, and then whatever leg you caught yourself
Ah.
with, and I'd also do the run and slide.
You did the test?
But that was when I was like, 11.
Okay.
So I kind of just figured it out over the years, I guess. But I did start regular, so yeah.
Nice.
But when I do the slide, I have my right foot forward. But when someone pushes me, I catch myself
Nice.
with my left foot, I think. So
Sean O'Neill with the super chat says, it was great meeting you guys at Keystone a few weeks back. Y'all are the nicest, most humble dudes ever. Much love. Awesome, Sean. Yeah, it was good to meet you too.
yeah, definitely. Man.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, meeting people is so much fun. It's so awesome. We met tons of people up there on Whistler today as well. And yeah, it's just, I feel like I really appreciate it too. It's like awesome to meet people who have checked out the videos. It's like it's a cool thing because you're like making videos with the idea that you're like, oh, I hope people watch this. And then when people say like, hey, I watched it, it's like, oh, amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
it's pretty sweet.
it kind of gives it that like real world feel. It's not just type in on a keyboard. you know?
Yeah, no, it's very cool to see the the real world kind of impact that you can have making videos on YouTube. So yeah, every time, like, thank you guys for saying hello. It's awesome.
But I would say at Keystone, compared to Whistler, it's like in Keystone, people were like so like so
Oh,
much
yeah.
more like vocal. Like if they saw us, they'd be like from across the run, they would just like yell out like Kevin and TJ. And so like that was really cool. Where in Whistler, I feel like people are more like subtle about it.
Yeah, a little more reserved with it.
Yeah.
Maybe on some of the holidays, I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe it's a little more crowded, get some more people from out of town
that's true.
in Whistler.
Oh yeah.
But
But yeah, Sean, thanks, man. Yeah, it was awesome meeting you, man. Thanks for the support. All right. Adam Badrotter says, are you guys getting any snow of those systems hammering the west coast of the U.S.? I don't think so. I feel like Yeah, I guess California. Somebody was saying, were you saying California's getting a lot of snow, or maybe Chris was
I
saying?
think yeah, Chris or Tim was saying that. I actually haven't checked the forecast. I don't have notifications on for the California resorts, but I heard yeah, it seems like it's good. I know Colorado just got a good bit of snow as well, so it's coming.
Yeah, not none for us yet. There's nothing really much in the forecast, I don't think.
Yeah, maybe next week a little bit.
All right. Yeah, great questions. Awesome questions, guys. I hope I hope everyone out there is, hope you're getting ready for your upcoming season or your resort's already opened. And I hope you guys are like getting all your gear together. I know I think I've got all my gear together. TJ, you got a couple more pieces to grab?
Yeah, so I'm gonna do my gear list video next week, and yeah,
You need mitts.
I need mitts. I need. I'm gonna replace my helmet this year, and I'm gonna pick up some new goggles, and then I think I have everything. So
Do you want to go with a completely different brand and style of helmet, or are you sticking with the classic?
I think I'm gonna stick with the classic 2.0, man.
Nice.
Yeah, and I might go back to the flight decks as well for goggles, but I don't know. I'm looking at the Fall Line XL as well. So
Nice.
yeah, I think I'm pretty certain I want to stick with Oakley though.
This is a good question too here too. So El Stacker Adventure says Black Friday deals question marks. So just speaking of the Oakley goggles, I was looking on evo.com yesterday and I don't know if flight decks were on sale, but the line miners by Oakley were a part of their Black Friday deal.
Nice, dude. I think yeah, like they've slowly been ramping up the sales for the last like week or so, and then I
Yeah.
think tomorrow and like through the weekend it's gonna be like even on brand new 2020 stuff, it's like the only time that you're gonna find that stuff on
Yeah.
sale. So
So they also had El Stacker. I don't know what you need, but they had Gore-Tex Dakine jackets and pants on sale, and also the Dakine travel bags, like the same travel bag that I have, the High Roller, that was up for sale. So definitely some good deals this weekend, I think, for snowboard gear. If you guys need anything too. Aiden with the super chat from Australia says, from Perth, Australia, heading off to Hakuba for my first season in a week's time. Any advice for my first full season working in a snow resort? Awesome, man. That's great.
yeah, that's epic, man.
I would say, I don't know, first, ease your way into it. Like, don't go full tilt right from the start. Like, it'll probably take you a few days to get your, snow legs under you. So, take your time. It's like a long season, especially when you're working. But man, I would say just enjoy it. Prioritize your time for the snowboarding, and
Definitely.
maybe not so much going out or even working. Don't work too hard. Save your energy too for the mountain.
Yeah, I think, keep in mind the reason that you're in Hakuba and, putting in that work in a new, strange country. It's going to be awesome. I love Japan, but yeah, I think it's going to be a really cool experience, man. And just try to get out on those deep days, dude.
Yeah.
They're going to come.
And be safe out there too. Powder riding in Japan is definitely another level, and then there's some big risks too. So if things are closed, definitely listen to those signs and ropes, because there's really good reasons for things to be closed. And be aware of the valleys that get created in Japan, because there's some really steep valleys with creeks that you can get caught into. So just be careful of all that stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Yeah, great questions, guys. Let's keep it rolling. We got Red's Cap on here. What's up, Reggie?
What up, Reggie?
We got Riley Baker says, "Hey, Kevin. Hey, TJ." Elliot Club, tips for board sliding. Thanks. Do you have some tips for board sliding?
Yeah, I think on the approach, you want to approach the rail so that you're
Well, that'd probably be a box for board slide.
or a box or rail.
Probably ride on.
But get your momentum where you're going towards the end of the feature, and keep your eye on that point, so that that'll help you to actually slide the whole feature rather than coming off one side or the other early.
Nice.
Yeah. What do you think?
I'd also say, yeah, it's start off going on 50-50 straight, and then gradually just get your board a little bit more sideways each time. So if you're on a box, go on it straight, and then try to twist the board slide as much as you can. and then that'll just help you to progress to the point where you can just jump on completely sideways. And NQ with the super chat, thanks for the support. Says Insta361 versus Hero 8. Thoughts? You've got both of those cameras, right?
I do, yeah. And honestly, like the whole 360 camera craze and like the Insta 361X is cool, and like you can get some very unique shots with those cameras. But for me, the amount of extra effort that goes into editing the footage from the 1X makes me not use it as much as I would otherwise. Whereas, you know, with the GoPro, it's just your standard editing process. So yeah, I'm a bit more reserved when I actually use the 360 camera for that reason, but it is solid. But if I had to choose one or the other, I would go the Hero 8 for sure.
Yeah, I'd go with the Hero 8 as well, just because the Insta360 video is like fun to look at, but I think that the Hero 8 is like more versatile. So
Yep.
it's like the shots and the clips at the end of the day, like they look more, you can make them look more true to life, where the Insta360 kind of like the novelty wears off. You don't want to have like every single video be Insta360.
Yeah. And another thing too with the Insta360 is the microphone is really not very good. So if you are planning to do any kind of dialogue in your video, that's not going to be a good camera if there's any kind of wind or anything.
Tristan says, Kevin, should I write another poem? Yeah, he left a poem in the comment area. It was pretty good. It went something like, I can't remember it now. But
Of the last live chat?
No, it was a comment on a recent video.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks for that poem, man. Michael says, what's a good helmet suggestion besides Sandbox? Moderate priced. A lot of people wear like the gyro helmets. I noticed those quite a bit. I would consider getting a gyro. Yeah, I might have to try one on at some point.
Yeah, I think our friend Bo wears an Anon helmet that he's been really happy with, and
really?
He was looking at switching it up to another brand, and I think he ended up sticking with Anon just because that's the fit and the look that he likes. So
yeah.
So
Anon, gyro, there's a couple good ones there. All right. And Chuck Van wants to know, will the old dual GoPro charger charge new Hero 8 batteries? Yeah, it does. I've got the old charger, and it charges up the 8 batteries.
Yep, same.
But I did go through 6 batteries on the mountain today, but it was cold. It was minus 12, but the batteries definitely seemed maybe to be running out extra quick. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of worried about the GoPro 8 and the battery life.
It was especially cold today.
Yeah.
Like definitely colder than I think the average temperature will be, but I know that they will have at least probably 15 days where it's like this cold or colder, so hopefully it comes through. We'll find out.
All right. So Ivan wants to know, heading up to Whistler on Monday, any snow? There's only man-made snow at the moment, so.
Yeah, but honestly, it's better than I thought it was going to be. Kind of leading up to it, like they have 2 parks open. They have a couple of rails on Whistler Mountain, and they have like a more advanced hike park on Blackcomb at the bottom of where the normal park would be. So, and I'm sure they'll open more terrain as quickly as they can.
Yeah, there are some good long runs. I would say it's earlier, probably getting up earlier is better, because then you get the better quality like runs too. And just be like very cautious, I would say, of like other people. It's like there's not a lot of people with not a lot of room, so you just have to like take your time. And I felt we went to Blackcomb. I think like Blackcomb was a bit less crowded.
Yeah.
So maybe check out Blackcomb Mountain.
Yeah, hopefully by Monday the holiday crowds have cleared out a little bit though for you.
We got Matthew Pontifex with the super chat. Thanks for sponsoring the channel, Matthew. He says, War Pig versus Super Pig, heavier rider and shorter.
Yeah, man.
What do you think?
You know, both very, very similar boards, obviously, but the Super Pig is much more aggressive in my opinion, and Yeah, I think if you want to ride, if you want to use that volume shift like downsize to ride a shorter length, then maybe go for the Super Pig. If you're, heavier, not so tall, then having that extra stability might kind of balance that out where it's not overly aggressive and you can still get on that shorter size. But yeah, the camber and the stiffness is going to be like the biggest differences between the War Pig and the Super Pig. So.
There you go.
Yeah, there's a comparison out there if you want to check it out.
Seth Thomas says with the super chat, thanks Seth. He says thanks for the beanie. Can't wait to get it. What are your favorite tree lines that you have ridden? Oh, favorite tree
Yeah.
like in the world or in Whistler? Favorite trees in Whistler are probably in the Crystal area. So if you go up Crystal Chair, that's a pretty awesome one. But
Yeah.
TJ, what do you think?
I
In
don't
some
know.
of your favorite tree lines,
I don't know my favorite trees in Whistler,
or just like in
but
the
in
world?
Rusutsu, yeah, Rusutsu, Japan had the most crazy tree riding ever. Also a big fan of North Peak, North Bowl on Keystone.
Nice.
Yeah.
Luca says he's in Germany and no snow for the next 3 weeks.
I,
Yeah, I think we're kind of there with you. I don't know if there's any snow forecasted here. Rambo John says, how do you deal with falling / crashing when you're trying to further your skills in the park jumps? Is there a certain way to brace yourself? I'm always worried about breaking my wrists. Yeah, that's definitely a concern, especially for people like new to park and stuff. Yeah, I think when you fall, like one thing is like kind of like try to fall like on your forearms
Yeah.
and not like with your hands out. Kind of like, yeah, bring your arms to your chest and like brace for it like that. Because, yeah, you don't want to have like a hand out. That's when you can break your wrist for sure.
Definitely.
Even when you fall backwards, it's like you don't really want to fall like hands first. I know that sounds weird, but
That's the natural reaction is throw your hands back. When I was 12, I broke both bones in my arm that way by
okay.
like falling back and putting my hand out behind me.
Yeah.
But I also think for falling, if anything you can do to continue your momentum, like rolling or like just somehow where it's not a flat like impact, that can help minimize the impact a lot.
Yeah, and if you need to, like you can get wrist guards, you can get crash shorts, or and definitely wear a helmet. So those things can help.
For sure.
El Stacker says to smash the like button. Thanks, El Stacker. And Chris Cooper says we're getting dumped on here in Alaska. I don't know if Alaska is a thought for you guys. Definitely, yeah, we should check that out. That'd be cool to go to Alaska.
We've definitely talked about it many times. So yeah, that would be epic.
And Chuck Van says Classic 2.0 for the win, TJ.
You got the Classic 2.0 as well, hey?
I saw like 20 TJs on the mountain today. Classic 2.0.
I feel like the Classic 2.0 with the flight decks is pretty common.
The TJ look. Juan Pablo with the super chat. Thanks for being a sponsor. Juan says, hi guys, my first day will be December 7th at Beaver Creek. This is my second season riding. Got a skeleton key as a gift. Should I try to buy a more beginner board? Got mission bindings and swath boots. Thanks. What do you think, man?
Well, if it's your second season, I mean, I guess it depends how far you progressed in your first season. Like, if you feel like you've mastered turning and you feel comfortable, riding like blues with, at speed, and like, I think you could handle the skeleton key.
Yeah, give it a try. Like, try it out. Keep it on the runs and just see how it feels. Yeah, I think like if you're feeling like it's too aggressive, then maybe you may want to rethink it and get a different board. Or if you feel like it's too hard to press for you, if you're like looking to learn tricks. But yeah, that's something that you can feel out as you go.
Yeah.
Or if you don't want to try it yet, and you're thinking you might want to return it, maybe try it out at home, just like pressing it on the carpet or something and feeling out that flex.
Yeah, for sure. That's a great way to kind of feel it out without, having it lose its new title. But yeah, it's a very directional board, but I don't think it's super aggressive. so it's kind of mid-range. So yeah, hopefully it works out for you, man.
All right. And Switchback Kid 600 says, "What's your guys' opinion on rocker boards?" Yeah, I think rocker boards can be great, especially like nowadays. There's so many like hybrids, camber rocker hybrid boards that the rocker I think really improves snowboarding. So a bit of rocker is great. A full rocker board I think is okay too. It just depends on what kind of riding you want to do. It definitely like makes turning quicker, but at the same time gives you a bit less control. But it's yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't buy a full rocker board myself, just because I'm not into that style.
Yeah, I've actually I was contemplating maybe going Arbor Westmark rocker this year, but I'm still sticking to the camber for now.
Wow. All right, tons of people on here, lots of great questions. Engen with the super chat. Thanks for the super chat, Engen. He's shouting out his DWC crew. Awesome, man. Adam says, "Hey, Kevin and TJ, the Circle in Whistler has Oakley line miners and flight decks on sale. I think they are $169. Wow.
That's a great deal for those goggles. Yeah.
That's a great price. Yeah, guys, check out the Circle here in Whistler. They've got some Black Friday weekend sales going down." And El Stacker says, "I do want to get the travel bag, Dakine High Roller, so good to know that is on sale." Thank you. Yeah, well, good question, man. And we'll see you in Japan, El Stacker.
Oh yeah.
Paul Gerards with the super chat. Thanks for being a sponsor, Paul. He says, "Any tips on fixing bad posture? My friend told me I snowboard like an old lady searching for pennies on the sidewalk. Unlearning is hard." I wouldn't feel too bad about that. I feel like at first, it's like finding your balance can be difficult on the snowboard. So that's when you kind of get this like the bent over and like hands out searching for pennies kind of look. But that's just like you trying to like find your balance. I think like as you get more comfortable on your board, you'll be able to like, it's like, yeah, kind of keep your shoulders back a little bit, stand up straight, and then get your hands at your sides. Yeah, you can just like try to visualize really like bending your knees and keeping your back fairly straight, and that'll help. And then having your hands over top of your board too. If you really try to think about riding with your hands over your board, that'll help. And also like get somebody to film you and so you can see what you look like. I feel like that's like really helpful.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of things you never even knew you were doing them until you see a clip of yourself riding. So even if it's just like, 30 seconds, that can be super helpful.
Yeah, but yeah, Paul, don't worry about it too much, man. I feel like it's something a lot of people go through. I think I was the old lady searching for pennies back in the day as well.
I think we all were at some point.
Roman Robinson says, "I just bought the Headspace. Hope it shreds well. Hope it shreds good." Yeah, I think it will, man. Yeah, this board right here, I'm loving it, man.
Yeah.
Snipe for Life wants to know, does TJ live in Whistler?
I do. Yeah, I do live in Whistler. Yeah, Whistler's home base. I'm just down the road from Kevin. Actually, Andreas is my housemate. So
there you go.
It's good, man.
All right. And Juan says, thank you for all the knowledge you guys shared. The beginner videos helped me a lot to get started last year. Oh, amazing. Yeah, it's good to hear, man.
Always.
All right, so Master Spliff says, Bird Malavitas or Cartels with LibTech Orca. I would maybe go with the Cartels just because I think they're a little bit stiffer of a binding. What do you think, TJ?
Yeah, man. I don't know. I've really only ridden the Malavita from Burton, so that's like the one that I back the most from them. But yeah, the stiffer one, I'd go with.
I think the Cartels are stiffer. I think both are a good choice though. Both are good. Eric Farmer, how do you like the Now bindings? Yeah, I've been loving the Now bindings. Had the first day on them today, and they're feeling good. They're very responsive, very comfortable. and I was riding with the Vans infused boots there as well, and they felt great. So far good. But yeah, the conditions were pretty challenging, so I didn't have a true like test, but yeah, it felt pretty nice. All right, tons of great questions on here, guys. Um, Torrell Ross, how do you shoot powder while riding? Do I just carve in the powder if you get what I'm saying? Whatsoever? Yeah, we do. We definitely get it. So you don't, yeah, what do you think, TJ? What do you do?
I think it depends if you wanna where you want the snow to shoot. Like if you just do a carve and you're going at speed, you'll get a big spray of snow, but it'll be out to the side. If you want to get that white room, then you just like break really heavy, just like hit the board sideways, and a big powder explosion will happen, and then you ride out of it.
Yeah, I think it's like not really the same feeling or like the same idea as carving. It's almost like your board might go like sideways, but it's not like you're not like getting onto your toe edge. It's more like you're pushing on your board.
Yeah.
So yeah, instead of the getting onto the edge, just like giving the snow like a hard push, and that gets it sideways. It looks like kind of like carving, but it's more like pushing.
Yep.
All right. All right, Kevin. Oh no, yeah. So Tristan, this was Tristan's poem. Kevin is a stud. Andreas is a dog. TJ is a broski, and I'm just spaghetti. Much love from Minnesota. Nice, man.
Nice. Tristan killing it, dude.
Love it, man.
Dude, every week, poem from Tristan.
Yeah, weekly poems. Labanza wants to know, how was the first day at Whistler? Nice. Yeah, it was fun. It was like it wasn't the best start, to be honest. It was very like it was all man-made snow, so that was as good as all man-made snow can be, really.
Yeah, I think just the fact that like the chairlifts are running and like you're up there, you've got the mountain views, the valley below you. That was my favorite part, just kind of being back out there. So yeah, it's good. Winter's back.
ABB says, how are the crab grab mitts? Yeah, the crab. I recently bought the crab grab. I think they're the punch mitt, and yeah, they're kind of like they're not like a really heavy mitt, and they're not really light. They're kind of right in the middle. And today it was like -12 Celsius, and my hands didn't get cold at all. They're like I did take my mitts off quite a bit for doing stuff with the GoPro, but my hands in the mitts were totally fine. So I think up to -12 or so far, they've been great. So yeah, I feel like they're very solid mitt. All right. Chuck Van says, hey Kev, what kind of adhesive do you use to stick the foam bits to your Hero 8? That's a good question. So for like to help block wind noise, you can get these little like little round stickers, and then they come with like a fuzzy kind of like, I don't know, what would you call it, like
Just like some material. Yeah, it's like very similar to like what a dead cat looks like for a typical mic.
Yeah, like a fuzzy material, and you stick it on. So it's actually like a kit. So if you look up on like Amazon or something, like what did like micro, like for it was like.
Yeah, it was actually kind of hard for me to find, like, but I think if you search for like wind stoppers or something along that line for cameras, then
yeah,
something should come up. I just got mine on Amazon, so.
Yeah, something to do with wind blockers for microphones, and they're just like very small. They come in like a pack, so it's like a kit. That's what basically we use to block the wind on the Hero 8 mics. Dino Danny with the super chat. Awesome. Thanks for the support, man, from Canada. Says, how's the Arbor Brian Iguchi Pro camber for powder? Or should I just stay with the Capita DOA with a setback stance? I do like to go fast, bomb groomers, and hit side jumps. Not sure what I should do.
Oh, man.
What do you think?
I think you should definitely get the Iguchi Pro, man. I rode that board for a whole season a couple years back, and I really, really enjoyed it. And I think for like all mountain or like for powder specifically, what you're asking, it has a directional shape, so that longer nose than tail on the front, and a bit of a taper, so that's going to be a definite advantage over the DOA. And it's a little bit stiffer too, and you get grip tech, so there's definitely some advantages there.
Cool.
Yeah.
There you go. Now you can have two boards.
Yeah. You should always have two boards if you're going to be riding powder.
Daniel wants to know, fan ride in Whistler this season. Here for the season, and it would be cool to ride with you guys. Definitely. I feel like, yeah, it is hard to like do like a meetup kind of thing. But Daniel, if you see us on the mountain, just like come up and say hello and say you're Daniel Grant from the live chat, and we can definitely like do a lap with you, hang out, man, for sure. So that's like the easiest way. So hopefully we'll see you in town. Yeah, we'll I'm sure we'll run into you at some point
Yeah,
soon.
for sure. It's bound to happen.
All right.
Oh, we already got those.
Lots of people saying, where does TJ live? He lives in Whistler.
Don't tell the neighborhood.
Kind of from Colorado, but he's from North Carolina.
Yeah, it's complicated.
Yeah, don't say he's from anywhere but North Carolina. You're from North Carolina, dude? Me too.
Yeah, I know. Every time if I see like an App State hoodie or a sticker or anything, it's like, all right, we're having a 5-minute conversation.
You're like, I gotta go say hello to this guy. Like,
Yeah, recess hoodie, it's like, oh, yeah, we're talking.
Kara with the super chat says, what layers do you wear if it's a 10 Fahrenheit wet blizzard day? So
Ooh,
what's 10 Fahrenheit?
10 Fahrenheit is like,
It's like really cold, right? Like
today was, what was it in Celsius today?
minus 12?
Minus 12. So I think that was 14.
Okay.
Fahrenheit, so maybe like minus 14 Celsius.
Yeah, so today I rode, so I had my base, like long sleeve base layer, then I had a hoodie, then I had a mid layer like jacket, and then I had my jacket. So I had four layers.
Yeah, and I had my my ninja suit, my one-piece base layer with the hood up, a t-shirt, a hoodie, and my jacket. And it was okay, but I think that I should have taken the time to put on my mid layer.
Oh, wow.
I did feel a bit cold on the chairlift rides.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that mid layer jacket does a lot. Like I was pretty cozy. But yeah. Yeah, definitely check out the mid layer jackets. They're pretty nice. All right. And Catman Man Snow says that he's going to Snow tomorrow. Awesome. Have fun. We got Michael Madsen on here with the super chat. Thanks for the support. From Canada says, yo, much love from staff housing. Awesome. First season in Whistler. Need a backpack for boarding / work as a lifty. Bonus points if it's good for backcountry too.
Yeah.
Nice. I would check out. Yeah, I think we both have the same backpack. It's the Dakine Heli Pro 24 liter. I think that's a good one.
Yeah, the 24 liter is pretty spot on. I found, like, for traveling, like through airports, I have all my electronics in it, and then for days on the mountain, I can get like all the camera gear and the poles and everything in it, no problem. And it doubles as a backcountry backpack, so it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, check out that one. All right. Catherine Lee says, just took my snowboard down to wax and I forgot I had a SPC / board archive Buckhouse and Ryan Napton sticker. Wow, that's awesome, Catherine Lee. Yeah, so you got it waxed, so you must be going riding soon. Yeah, have fun, Catherine. Maybe we'll see you here in Whistler again. And Engen with another super chat says, TJ, some feedback. Yes, optimistic. A little too stiff, weird board feeling. The yes, why is a better choice.
Okay, nice. Yeah, good to know. Yeah, I've haven't ridden very many yes snowboards, so I think that underground tuning in Whistler might have a pretty good selection available this year. So I'm gonna try to get on all of them. But
nice.
Yeah, I know the Y has had a lot of hype this year, and people love the Optimistic as like a carving board. So yeah, thanks, dude.
Good feedback, Engine. Oh, people are saying we're pretty behind of the chat, so I'm going to try to speed it up. Kara with the super chat says, TJ, what's your opinion of boarding at Windsor Park? Tips on getting, tips on keeping goggles clean. Can't wait for more Japan vids. Awesome. Thanks, Kara.
Epic.
So TJ, what's your opinion on boarding at Windsor Park?
Yeah, so I actually haven't ridden Winter Park since 2009.
Wow.
So I'm not a good resource for Winter Park, and it was also like the first West Coast resort that I ever rode, and from what I remember, it was very comparable to the other resorts like Keystone or Breck, but I can't say. I know that like that Mary Jane run is super popular, but yeah.
We'll have to visit Windsor Park to give you like more
We should, man.
information.
I know there's a train that goes like directly from Denver to Winter Park, which is pretty cool. You don't have to drive there. But yeah, I'm sorry. I wish I had more for you.
We could check up with Bo and take the train to Windsor Park.
Yeah.
How long of a train ride?
I think it's about the same as driving. It's like a couple hours.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
Hour and a
okay.
half or something like that.
And Sean O'Neill with the super chat. Thanks for the support. Sean says, Kevin, are you still enjoying the Anon M4? They're on sale at Evo. I'm thinking about grabbing them. Yeah, definitely, Sean. Yeah, I love those goggles. They're very, the like viewing angle is amazing. The peripheral is amazing. They sit close to your face. They're super easy to change out the lens with that like the Magnatech they've got going on there. So yeah, I'm super pleased with them. Was riding them today, and like the best goggles like to me are the ones that you don't really notice like you're wearing, and I really don't notice I'm wearing them. They're great. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't ask for more, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope you get a good deal on them too. Oh yeah, another thing to point out is was the Black Friday deal on the M4s. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Benja Mariano says, is Gore-Tex worth it, or 15K would be enough? It depends on where you live. I think like here in Whistler, we do have like those seasons or weeks or months where it can be sort of like more wet snow. On a day like today, you could get away with like, it was really cold, so you could get away with like no waterproofing. It would have been fine. But it just depends on where you live, really. If you're on the West Coast, what'd you call it? The
PNW.
PNW,
Yeah.
then the Pacific Northwest, then you probably, you could definitely use Gore-Tex if that's something you want to get. But if not, if it's really cold where you are, check out 15K.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much spot on. I will say, just to add to that a little bit, last season I got 15K pants and had a Gore-Tex jacket, and on the wet days, that dampness was coming through on the chairlift on like the tops of my legs and my knees, and even like from sitting on the chairlift. So I went with Gore-Tex pants this year as well.
Yeah, Gore-Tex is.
Yeah, I think especially like we both went full stretch gore this year, which I'm really happy with it so far.
Adam Bad Riders with the super chat from Australia says, keen to see some more Whistler content finally.
It's gonna be different from today.
No, it's gonna be different in a good way, hopefully. Yeah, it's it'll be up tonight or tomorrow. Will be Whistler Day 1. Yeah, thanks for getting hyped on the Whistler content, Adam. Mezzi says, what's up, TJ? On your top 5 do-it-all boards, you put the super DOA up there. Would you still say the regular DOA would be a good pick for do-it-all?
I think so, man. Yeah, but between the DOA and the super DOA, I would go for the super DOA every time. I just think, the 3D core profile, the new thing, I think that's like the main focus point on the super DOA, and I'm a fan of it. Like, normally, when I review a board, I ride it for 1 full day, and I rode the Super DOA for 5 days because I just was having a good time on it. So, yeah.
Nice. And Shane Davis, I think the beanie winner from last week, wants to know, when am I going to get my beanie? Yeah, hopefully you get it soon. Yeah, you'll get it, man. You'll get it for sure.
Yeah.
I would look really bad if I was
You're not just
giving
away fake beanies.
fake beanies.
It's actually a digital beanie.
It's a digital beanie. Yeah. All right. Blake Cameron with the super chat says, "Hey guys, anti-gravity, bent metal joint, and high standard OGs. Thoughts? Both of you guys' vids have helped me progress from a non-mountain state."
Oklahoma.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's what that is. Oklahoma. Awesome. Anti-gravity, yeah, yeah, that looks like a great board. Bent metal joint, great bindings, and high standard OGs. Yeah, those Vans boots. I hope they're comfy for you, man.
Yeah, dude, sick setup.
Really fun setup. Yeah, Blake,
Yeah.
way to go, man. Yeah, that's great. We've got pretty much the same setup: GNU, bent metal, and Vans. 3 for 3.
Yeah, that's sick, man. Yeah, it'll be a good all mountain kit.
Yeah. Oh, Eric says you can't get the Super DOA. It's sold out.
Oh, it's already. They'll do a reorder. I'm sure they'll come back in stock at some point. There's no way.
But the regular DOA is probably good enough, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the DOA is good too. Yeah, if you can get a good deal on the DOA,
Or what would you get
like this
beside?
weekend.
What would you get that's comparable to the Super DOA? Is there anything out there?
Yeah, I mean the if I couldn't get the Super DOA, the next board in line would be the DOA, and then yeah, I feel like there's a lot of there's some good comparable options, but yeah, like the Greats could be another good option from Yes. I really enjoyed that one. It's a little bit softer, a little bit more buttery. The Westmark Camber from Arbor you could look at.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lewis Canal says, Kevin, do you prefer Oakley or M4s? So I think I like both. I think the Oakley line miners are great. The Anon M4s are great too. I would say the Oakley line miners are better for the lens. I think is better for low light days, where the M4s, I think the lens I have on the M4s is better for sunny days. And that sunny day lens on the M4s also works well in like other conditions too. So, and I think I like the size and the function of the M4s better, but the Oakley line miners, the low light lens they have, I think is hard to beat. So yeah, there's like some trade-offs there, but for me overall at the moment, I'm a big fan of the M4s. But yeah, good question.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so yeah, tons of questions, guys. Let's get some more in here. So getting her done says with the super chat.
How does he know?
Oh yeah, he recognized it.
Just from the collar?
He must have saw it somehow.
I don't
yeah.
think I've stood up.
Can you show the people? Oh, David Jones merch. Oh, that's a fingerboard on fire.
Shout out David Jones. Love you, bro.
Nice. Awesome. That's cool. How many David? Is that your? That's his. That's. I thought you had. Do you have more than that, or just that one?
No, this is the only David Jones shirt that I have.
Nice.
Yeah, it was like
Really cool.
Fingerboard Week Part 2 merch, and I thought it was
Nice.
cool. And I don't know if he's still selling it, but he definitely had like the timer, like you have to get it before the end of Fingerboard Week. So I was like, all right, I'm getting it. Like, it's
Nice.
it's a piece of David Jones history. Let's do it.
Cool. All right. So Pat Hordo says, "Hey, will a size 12 boot fit the 157 wide horoscope?" What do you think, TJ? Is that gonna fit?
Yeah, I think it'll fit. 157 wide should be over 26 at the waist, and I think it'll fit.
Yeah, like the wide boards. I feel like with size 12 boots, you should be good. Yeah. All right, so Mount Shredmore says, for Christmas, I'm hoping for some new boots and bindings, probably the Vans High Standard and the Union Flight Pros. But do you have any other budget suggestions? Not for me. I think that's a good combo. Yeah. Any other budget suggestions, TJ?
I'm trying to think for boots. I mean, I think, there might be some comparable options across different brands, like at that price point, but it sounds like a good setup. As far as bindings go, that's like my go-to budget binding, so I nailed it there. But boots can be a little different.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's a good combo. All right, and Jock16 wants to know if we can review the Burton Paramount snowboard. Any
Yeah.
plans to review that board?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm hoping to like really flush out the whole Burton line this year. I don't think that's going to be a problem. So yeah, that's one that a lot of people have been asking about. So yeah, hopefully, yeah, we can try it out.
All right. And Jen says, TJ, check out the Hometown Hero, Landlord, Powder Racer. Oh, I missed it.
Oh,
GNU 4 and
then
the short and wide. Last one is
it's
changed.
changed from last year. Okay. All right, dude.
Nice.
The list is starting, man. It's getting there.
Why don't you have a board out there today?
Because I wanted to just have fun with with my friends, you know. I wanted to get out there with you and Tim and Chris, and
You can't
Yeah.
have fun with your friends on a GNU 4?
I mean, I could, but also I don't know if I would be able to get demos this time of year anywhere.
That's true. That's true.
And like, it's not good conditions to test out a snowboard
It's
right now.
yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
But yeah, just figured I'd do a vlog for today. Just for
Dude,
fun.
you could do board reviews though, and this just tell the people, hey, I was riding on a day where it was icy, it was nasty, and I was just avoiding people, and
Yeah, I'd rather do it as super proper if I can.
yeah, ride the board in the conditions it's made for. That's
Exactly.
yeah. It's like, oh, it felt grabby on that man-made ice.
Right as I was going by that snowblower, it just got real sticky. I mean,
Yeah.
it's probably the base.
Yeah. Guybro says, "Hey guys, never boarded outside the States. What kind of budget would I expect needed when going out of the country, like Japan, for example? Room, board, etc." I think it depends. Like you could probably do, say, Japan, if you got some like pretty modest accommodation, like $50 a night. And then food wise, you're spending the same amount of money you'd probably spend anywhere else for food. And then tickets, I think, are a bit cheaper. They're like, $80 a day maybe in Japan?
Yeah, potentially maybe even less than that, but around there. I think that's a good ballpark. And then
The flight is around 1,000 American
yep,
round trip.
roundabout. You can, maybe if you're lucky, find a deal for a little bit less than that. But yeah, that's a pretty safe bet.
So yeah, you could probably do like a 10-day trip for maybe 2,500 plus food. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. All right. Paige Davis wants to know, any tips for learning to 180 this year? Yeah, good question. My tips for 180s, there's like, first like practice your switch riding a ton so that you're really good at landing switch. I think that helps. And then just find like a really mellow like bank to like ride up and then hop 180. Kind of that's a good start. What about like on an actual jump, TJ? Do you have any switch or 180 tips?
I think just really committing to the switch landing. I think
Yeah.
that's like the scariest part when you're first doing it on a jump. So maybe like make sure you're comfortable riding it like higher, like faster than you would be riding on the landing of a jump. Like make sure you're totally confident on snow, just snowboarding switch. And yeah, just commit, just recognize you're going to land switch. You got to ride it out, staying switch, and you got it.
Yeah.
And you can always revert, if you get sketched out, but
Yeah, and also just like start small. Start on a small jump that you're really comfortable, like going straight, like getting grabs, and someplace too where it's like if you land on the deck flat, it's no big deal. So start like very, very, very small.
always.
Yeah. Kane says, I've met TJ in real life. It was so cool.
Oh, Kane, dude. Oh, thank you, man. It was great to meet you as well, dude. I hope you're having a great season.
That's awesome. All right. Fran, do you think it's going to be a good season in Utah and Colorado? White snow. I don't. Yeah, who knows? But I feel like Colorado's already gotten a pretty good start. So
Yeah. you never know how it's going to play out, but
Yeah.
you know, I think everyone's kind of hoping for similar conditions to last season, which was kind of a blowout for Colorado. So, yeah,
It's a long season. Like lots can happen.
yeah, yeah. The storms will come and go. I think wherever you are.
All right. Do you have a professional take on Chamonix boards?
I am not familiar with Chamonix snowboards. I know the resort or the area. I've heard of it, but I've never been there.
There's snowboards too, apparently.
Apparently, man, I gotta get on the European brands.
All right. So, Dat Cake says, do you think will having a wider board make it better for powder than standard? I bought a prototype too, wide this year. Just curious because its powder performance is its main drawback.
Oh,
It'll help a little bit. Like just having a wider board helps, and if you set your stance all the way back, that'll help too for powder. So
yeah,
between those two things, like definitely having a tapered board is better, but
yeah,
wider helps too.
yeah, for sure.
Because you're riding the Twin Pig, so that was pretty wide.
Yeah, that definitely helped, and
Does it make it harder though for like turning though to like turn that tail around?
it it wasn't that big of a deal in the powder. I think more so because it's a twin, so you do have, yeah, a lot of tail. So it's more snow to push as you're turning. So it is a little bit slower than like a tapered board would be, or like a more directional board. But it's not a bad compromise if you still want, you know, that true twin board, but you're planning to take it in powder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jason with the super chat, thanks for the support, man. He says, do you do anything to supplement your riding by weight training, doing plyometrics, rolling, stretching, or getting medicated? No, there's definitely stretching and rolling. I feel like, rolling out, getting a massage ball or a roller really helps to like, roll out your legs, roll out your back, all that kind of stuff. And stretching is huge too. We forgot to stretch today.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I did like a super minimal, just like
Oh, you did a little bit.
like
Oh, that's good.
like barely anything though.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty
But
good
we
though.
kept it really mellow today, but yeah, we should have stretched for sure. Every time.
Yeah, so all that stuff is good. Do you do any specific weight stuff for snowboarding?
Not really. Have been going to the gym a little bit the last few weeks, like getting ready for the season to start up, but it's been more cardio focused for me, honestly.
Oh, wow.
Like I just like want to be ready for when we're in those higher elevations hiking and like just trying to be ready to stay efficient out there.
Yeah, I think like a cardio or just like doing like those type of things. I don't know if you live in the mountains, but like hiking in the summertime and stuff is like good kind of practice for the winter. And yeah, like you can definitely do like lunges, sit-ups, like squats, things to get you ready for a day of snowboarding. That helps. All right, and Chi Ming Chu with the $20 super chat. Thanks for supporting the channel. Says, what's your past strategy this season? Full epic and full icon too. We have to return icon because Wendy is 30 weeks pregnant, so less trips this season. Not at least till spring, but the baby's on the way. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh man.
Awesome. Yeah. So Chi Ming is who we met a bunch of times last year, right?
Met him at the end of Spanky's there, and then we saw him at Jackson
And
again.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations on the baby plans. That's awesome.
Yeah, big congrats to you and Wendy. That's exciting. I hope hope it goes well. I mean, that's a big change. It's gonna be good.
That's amazing. Yeah. So cool. I would say, yeah, just return both those passes. Who cares about snowboarding? You have a baby. That's way more fun. But yeah, that's cool. I don't know. I would say we have the Epic Pass. We might get the icon. Well, we should actually get the icon or look at it.
I just got emails. I think you have to buy it by December 2nd.
Okay.
That's like the cutoff. You can't buy it after that.
Yeah, we gotta
So,
look at it. But
yeah.
yeah, I feel like make you guys will have even more fun getting ready for that baby. So
Yeah, and then you're gonna have like a kid to teach how to do all the cool stuff you guys do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, tell Wendy we're thinking about her, and that's amazing. Yeah, congrats.
Yeah, congrats, guys.
That's so fun. And maybe we'll see so next time we see you guys, maybe we'll see you with the baby. That'll be really fun. Awesome. Okay, cool. So Jared says, bought a new setup. Thanks to you guys. Just need a solid pair of goggles. Do you have a do-it-all that's a good for Tahoe? Also, is it worth riding opening day tomorrow? Ooh, of Tahoe.
Opening day of Tahoe. I mean, yeah. How long have you been waiting to go snowboard, dude? Is it worth it? I don't know.
Well, maybe he's got to like fly from Los Angeles.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Then
know.
probably not. But if it's right down the road, then yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what are you waiting for? Just
You live in Tahoe, right?
make the 6-hour drive. No, that's awesome. So I would say, what goggles? What's a good great go-to goggle?
Yeah,
There- It's kind of hard to pick one goggle to do everything, to be honest.
yeah. I've been thinking about goggles a lot recently, and I realized that I've ridden the Dragon NFX more than any other goggle.
Yeah, that's
Like, looking back,
that's
like-
the one that I really associate you with. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a fan of that one. I am going to be switching it up to Oakley very soon, but yeah, the NFX is a great one.
Do you think it's the best one? Why would you change? Why not stay on
I
it?
think Oakley makes the best quality goggles. That's why
Okay.
I'm going back to Oakley.
Yeah, I would say check out the Line Miners. Yeah, check out the Line Miners, or I'm a big fan recently of the Anons too, or the Dragons. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like once you're at that higher, level of goggles, they're all pretty great.
But the Dragons, you say, are kind of like more mid-level quality
Yeah, I think
lens-wise.
yeah, lens-wise, it's like they're slightly less good, but they're still great. And the thing I always like to point out with Dragon is that they come with 2 lenses always. You get the highlight and the low light, and they're still at a lower price point. So I think it's a pretty great value at a comparable performance. And one thing that I noticed even the high-end Oakleys don't have, which I was very surprised, that the Dragons do have, is armored venting. So it's like a plastic kind of armor on the top of the foam that like vents inside the goggle. So that's cool too. So if you do get like crazy ice chunks or anything, you're not going to damage that. So
Oakley doesn't need armored venting.
yeah, because you're not going to fall because you're sick. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Like I think they probably have something. Because like the very low end goggles will have like the foam and it's like open underneath, like there's no support. So if you do get something that pokes in there, even your finger, you can poke a hole in the foam and then you start getting moisture in there and it gets really annoying. Which I've never had that issue with Oakleys, but it's just it's probably under the foam on the Oakleys or something. But yeah, I don't know, something to highlight.
Yeah, no, definitely. I would say, yeah, Oakleys are yeah. It's like kind of you get what you pay for. Like the Line Miners are a bit more expensive, but they're a bit more quality. You get less lenses, as well. So
Yeah, I think
there's trade-offs.
there's some. I think there's like 1 or 2 models where you get a bonus lens, but yeah.
Awesome. Sweet guys. Well, thank you guys for tuning in for the live chat. Just gone over the hour mark, and we've had a pretty, I don't want to say it, but we were outside in the cold for a long time today.
It was very cold. I
It was
think
very
I'm
cold.
feeling not wearing that mid layer, dude. My sinuses are acting up already.
Yeah,
It's
we need
not
to
good.
get TJ in bed with a hot cup of soup or something.
Yeah, something like that. Some more tea.
Some more tea. Awesome guys, but yeah, thanks for tuning in for the live chat. Yeah, more to come on over here on Snowboard Pro Game, and definitely check out TJ's channel as well, Board Archive.
Yeah.
We're gonna have these Whistler opening day videos coming soon, and yeah, it's just the season is just beginning, so
It's the
lots to
kickoff.
come. Yeah. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys are out there putting together, getting everything you need for the snowboard season, or yeah, just getting into it. It should be a really long, fun snowboard season. So let's go. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you soon.
See you guys.
Later.